Hey everyone, this is Elise here with Justin Singh from Rampengu Nation. What did you do today?
I got a top 8 of the Pro Play Tour. It's like the first event of the format.
The Invitational, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. The Invitational of the Pro Play Tour.
And how did you do today?
I lost in top 8. Day 1, I was like undefeated till the very last round. And I lost like a couple of misplays because of fatigue. And it didn't really matter because I was topping anyway, so I lost the winter. Where I was XO1 and also Wells. So I finished X1 right after Swiss. So I lost the Spirals and I tied with the Ultra guys. And then I lost to the Mayor in top 8 because game 1 he won the rolls, he comboed, I didn't draw hand trap. Game 3 I didn't draw any of my like break board cards at all. Then he opened like sold combo and was able to win. So it happens.
Alright, so you just want to get into it?
Yeah.
Alright.
So for monsters I played a 3 Magician Soul. This is the whole reason why the deck's viable again. It's because you can dump Master Plan with it. And essentially it's like New Age Engage. Okay, maybe not as good as Engage, obviously, because Engage like can grab Widow Anchor after. But this card's like really good. It's a level 1, so you can wear off that for quick fix, or for Joel if you have the revival spell. Just all in all, this card is the whole reason why Spyral is good again. So, 3 Magician Souls, yeah. 2 Super Agent, because so me, Elise, and Cody played very similar lists. Cody played the same list as Elise. But my list was like a little different, but the theory behind it was the same. But they played 3 Agent, but I played 2, and I played 2 Tough because I wanted more like diversity between the two, because Tough comes up way more going second. So against every deck that isn't Spyral, Tough is amazing. So Tough can like crack through any board essentially. So that's why I like playing 2 Tough, 2 Agent, because I didn't want to side the second time. So 2 Plan. You have to play like a second target for souls in case you open your first target. However, like, it's kind of weird. Like, if you, I might want to make it a Princess Illusion Magician. So here's the theory why. If you open a Princess, like, you can still dump your plan. But the only instance where it's bad is if you open Plan Souls and then you have to dump Illusion. So then you can't get the plan out of your hand. So I don't know. Like, but Plan is, like, kind of a brick. And you can just get away with one for the longest while swinging one. But I don't know, maybe 2 plans still correct. So that was something I was like debating on. And then for the 1-0 Spyral cards, I played 1 Quick Fix, 1 Gare Drone, 1 Sleeper, 1 Last Resort, and because these are all 1-0. So Brick, and then Combo Facilitators, and they're limited on the limited list.
Weird. Why would they do that?
This deck's way too good. And then for hand traps, I played 3 Drone Lockbird. It's the best card versus Spirals right now, because of souls, and it's really hard to like play around it effectively, and you can search it off wear off that, and you can combo with it. For instance, if your hand's like draw, wear off down like a revival spell, you can just normal the draw, search big red, and then you can you search souls, summon souls, dump the plan, and then combo anyway. So that's why I like draw as the best main deck hand trap, even though it's like only good in like, it's not good against trap decks. Well, it's like decent against Guru, because like you can like draw an Extravagance or Duality and they can't hit in City of Terraforming. And against guys, if you draw an Extravagance, they can't Malice. Well, obviously that's like variable situation.
Right, and usually against those matchups anyways, like you should have enough in your deck where you don't need them.
That's where these couples come in, the Toughs and Agents. So yeah.
Yeah, we just had different theory around those two, but
yeah, they play the
fair.
triple agent. And then the 1 Crow because you play Starling. It's the same theory. So that's it for the monsters. So we all played Extravagance in our list.
Tell them why.
Yes. So I think as a combo deck, Spirals, if you play a very glass cannon combo, I think it's not as good because your deck's more susceptible to like hand traps in that way. Extravagance lets you dig, especially going second, because then you would have a 7-card hand. And if you get drones, you got to see all the 3 cards, because they stack 1 card in your deck, you draw for turn, and Extravagance sees the other 2. So it lets you crack the boards way better going second. And the extra deck, as long as you're not focusing on the target board, you don't really need your extra deck aside from Helix, Blocker, and Appaloosa. So you can actually just get away with just like playing multiple copies of those, and this card is way better than that theory. So the one disadvantage of playing Extravagance though is it conflicts with Magician Soul, but that's kind of irrelevant because if you open Soul Rescue Extravagance, 9 out of 10 times you can just normal summon any monster and just make Blocker to pitch like the rescue and still play. So people think that it's not as good because of the confliction there, but that's the only confliction, and that shouldn't justify like taking out the +1 out of your deck. So I think this card's really good, and I think it's, I don't know if it will become standard, but I think it's like really, really good. You play a 3 Call By, because it's like the best like pseudo trap card and like a protection card. It's the most versatile card of the format. One of the best cards right now, I think. It can like stop drill. It stops like almost anything, and when you go, and if you set it, it interrupts your opponent on like quick fix and plan. So it's usually just game if you have this to like set. 3 rare with that because you play 3 souls, and then you play your level 1 target, so you'll be able to combo. 2 goods, they played 3, but I thought 2 was fine because I don't want to like open up multiples of it, and like you don't really ever need this a combo. So like it's more of just an extender card. So if we're treating it as an extender and not a vital combo piece, then you can just play with it as a mid-range style and don't need the third one essentially. 2 big red because I think this card's insane when you go second. The first one you use is a combo with, and the second one you're gonna use you will use later in the game to revive your Helix or revive Tough or something, and that comes up. So usually you kind of want to hard open it too sometimes because this in Soul is like full combo. So that's why I like 2 a lot. In the Power Tool deck I would play 3, but like obviously in this deck I think 2 is just fine. And then the God card that should be banned, 1 for 1.
Oh my god.
Rhoda is insane because you can search for Tougher Agent. So I like Rhoda a lot because it essentially adds an additional target or Tougher Agent to your deck. It's obviously better if you play Armageddon Knight. It becomes like a combo piece set. But I still think it's necessary because of what it does. Because we play a Dweller, you want to have more access to Agent faster. So I think that's why I would still keep playing Rhoda. Terra, because opening Resort just adds any copy of a Spyral card, and you can just unicorn it back to your Resort. 1 Assault because it's part of the combo. Monster Reborn is the best card as an extender because you can like bring back opponent's helixes and play with it. So this card's like the best card. Foolish, so like it's a combo piece, and the 1 of Resort. And the last card that was different between our list and the main deck was a Rescue. I played 3. I think they were right in playing 2 because I don't think 3 is really necessary. It's kind of nice to open it with Soul, but if you open like Soul, Rescue, and like Extravagance, there's obviously like some confliction. But because of 2 big red, I don't think like 3 is necessary, especially in this build since we don't play Tri-Game. So 2 like should be just fine. But there are instances like versus trap decks where you actually want to just have your Rescue on the field, so keep re-adding like Agent and stuff. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So that's it for the main. It's 40 cards. Can't play 39 in this deck because of Extravagance.
We tried to, but we cut that like right as we were coming here.
Yeah. Alright, so for the extra deck, you play 3 Helix because of Extravagance. He's like the best one in your deck essentially, aside from Blocker and Appaloosa. So because you played 3, you only really need 1 to play the game because you can big red him back essentially, or just rescue him back to your extra deck and then like do it again. So it's like totally fine. So 3's fine. 2 Appaloosa because I'm poor, so I couldn't. I'm kidding. Yeah, I couldn't get a third one, so I play like a really like an insane card. And to be honest, like 2 might be fine because Sleeper carries you if you end with Dweller as well. But like you really just want to get Appaloosa to a forward Sleeper because that's usually just how you win like every match. Against trap decks you win because if you keep like a rescuing grid with Agent, you clear through back row because Sleeper pops you and then Agent pops the third one, and then Appaloosa will stop all the mid-range plays on the field. So essentially like 2 is like fine. And it's definitely playable, like I played 2. 2 Unicorn, this comes up because there'll be times where you open your Resort, and if you have to Extravagance, you want to still have this to be able to shuffle back your Resort, and then you can still combo. It's also just like the best like generic removal card in the game right now because you can shuffle back opponents' Resorts, Hexteas, etc. So like, I think like this is the one that should be played 2 of. And then this is the reason why I think the deck's really, really good. It's Blocker, because this is how you dump like your spells and traps from your hand. And I think that everybody should definitely like play, well, not everybody, like extra builds should range between 2 to 3 of this because this is how you play.
Right.
The coolest thing about this card too is that it protects your Resort, but also like at the end phase, if you use Blocker's effect earlier in the combo, you can let your Resort die and add it back to your hand and play around evenly matched. Now, of course, like that's not that good because then like your last resort can get targeted and stuff. But you can easily play around that if you have like an extra Spyral to target instead of the last resort. But it keeps like your Resort in hand. So next turn you can like search Tough and like break their board because you have Drone Agent and Grave. You have Tough Agent to like just win the game essentially. So I think Blocker is just like really, really good for that, and because it's so generic too.
The card is insane.
Yeah.
Like anytime I banish both of these as well, like
it hurts a combo a lot.
You have to play so much differently, and it's just.
So that's why like we were thinking just maybe just to play 3 of them. But yeah, so those are like the duplicates essentially. And then this was my tech that they didn't play was Borla. Back in the old Spyral format, I thought this card was insane because you can take the sleeper essentially, and you can crack apart their whole board because you have sleeper. And Brawl is the best out to sleeper, so that's why I like it a lot. Brawl Sword because it lets you kill through drill, which is relevant with Helix. It's like if you have Agent and Drone, you can like summon back Quick Fix and make Brawl Sword with like Agent or like something. So you kind of need to play him, but he's a 1-up because you don't always aim for game, because if you have like triple Agent or a sleeper, that's always game 2. One link Karibo because there are times where you need to link off your Quick Fix and then like just pitch, summon it back to make the link 4 play a lot. And this is the reason why this deck is very good, is because even without Trigate, we have this card, and I think this card is better than Trigate. Shout outs to Cody for not telling me, and I had to figure it out on my own, by the way. So yeah, anyway, the reason why this is better than Trigate is because this can't get Dark Ruler because you shotgun it in standby phase. So the only outside essentially then is the 6th card is Gamma or Impermanence, which would like it has to be because they would have used it earlier in their combo anyway. But this essentially carries the merit. If you resolve this with like Apple for 4 and Sleeper, it doesn't matter what they have, because your blocker is back in your blocker has back your resort to hand. Even if they evenly you can still end up with tough Agent next turn because resort will add tough and draw will add back your Agent. You just win anyway. So because we're playing a mid-range style and we didn't have to rely on Trigate, this made the Liberty of Extravagance better because we could play all duplicates of these and just the one combo piece native. The question is, do you play duplicates of it? Maybe, because of Extravagance, but it's not a necessary win condition as you may think, because Apple for 4 and Sleeper usually just carries it. So then we play the Starling too. The Starling can search Crow, it's just insane. The main reason why I think we play Starling though and Princess Spy is because we wanted 2 rank 1 targets in case one got banished off Extravagance. We all agree that Princess Spy is generically better because you can use it under Extravagance because it excavates. And in later games, like adding like a Wear If Thou is nice because you can like Wear If Thou target the Quick Fix and add Droll later in the combo, which is just more insane. But it's like an RNG factor, whereas this is a guarantee. So it's kind of weird to decide between the two. But yeah, so that's it for the extra deck. Our main difference, like I said, was just I play Boral instead of Third Apple. Third Apple comes up a lot actually because there are times where you need to like make multiples and like you kind of like banish one.
And you need to make sure you keep it because that's honestly like your like most important win condition in your extra deck. I feel like
that is your win condition. This is the best win condition in your extra deck next to Dweller, which like isn't necessary at all.
Right, like. And Dweller's just versatile too, and that's why it's like super nice compared to like making full board. I feel like so.
Yeah. So for the side deck, and this is where we definitely parted ways, is I think this is the best card next to Drill against Spyrals. So this card is so insane is because not only does it like negate and destroy the problem, it shuffles your deck. So because of that, you rearrange the drone targets and they don't know the top card of your deck. So that's just like hyper relevant. Against like just generic decks, like even Orcus or so, it's really good because this just stops their starter and removes it. The fact it does that makes this card so insanely good. And I think next to Droll, this is like the second best hand trap of the format. So I think this card was like the MVP of my side deck. So Gamma Driver, and then I play the one Pank. It's a God card, beats control decks and also beats rank up decks. Like it was really insane. It's a +1 essentially because you like play a card then pop a card, so that's essentially a good value. But should it have been limited? Probably not, but who knows. I played 3 Dark Cooler because you want outs to like all combo deck boards. It outs like BA Block Dragon, the Mirror, it outs like a lot of stuff. Alright, fun fact, because a lot of people just kept arguing this, and I'm just surprised they didn't know this. If you Dark Ruler Helix, it becomes Helix. So that way, it's no longer Super Agent, so Wire is dead. So all they have against you then is just DD Crow, which you can play through. So like, this card is actually just the best card in the mirror.
Yeah, tell them, Justin.
Yeah, unless they play Dweller, which then nobody was because everybody was playing Trigate. So Dark Cooler is just insane. So yeah. That's why I play triple because, as I said, with Pot, you can draw it even if they stack it, rearrange your deck. This can draw you in a Dark Cooler, or if you open it, it just outs the board. That's why everybody's playing Judgment because Judgment stops Dark Cooler. And to couple that, Evenly is just as good, but it beats Trap decks too. So if you open these two together, that's just game because they can't physically win through that. Trap decks can't beat that either. So that's why Evenly was like one of the best cards. Now you're about to see something really funny. I play 3 Judgment and Reboot, but no Twin Twisters. Now, maybe that was wrong. I don't know. I was kind of wildin', right?
How many Mystic Mind decks did you play?
None, which is very fortunate. However, we also didn't play Phoenix. So this was like great backer removal because you know why? Tough carries, and that's all that matters. Okay? So
Yeah.
that's it for the side. The deck performed very well. I'll probably make a few changes, but I'm not sure yet. So let's go to shoutouts. Shoutouts to a nice team, Midwest Gaming. You know, great team. Check out our Facebook page. Check out. Shout out to TGG, one of our sponsors, Rising Star. Shout out to Mattermats for making this nice mat. Shout out to Maddox Collectibles. You want to check out.
I don't think it's on the mat. No, that's Joe's.
All right, well, shout out Maddox Collectibles and Joe's on too, right? Shout out to Blue Blessing, you know.
Wakanda forever, yes sir. Great job, bro.
Thank you. Shout out to my locals, Wacom +1. Shout out to like Elise. Shout out to Cody for being a pain, for not like. He kind of helped me, but he kind of not helped me. Shout out for her, man, for like creating this deck essentially with Extravagance, because I don't think anybody would have come to this conclusion so fast that Extravagance was so good. So shout outs to him. Like everybody who plays Extravagance owes him like the biggest shout out because he created this deck fundamentally.
Huge shout out to him.
Shout out to Brandon Dennis for testing with me. Shout out to Elise for testing with me. Shout outs to Nick for making this trip happen and lending me the cards and getting me all the cards I needed on time. And shout out for Dan for making the trip last minute because we drove to Florida.
Jesus.
Shout out PPG for running the event. It was pretty nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out my YouTube and subscribe.
This is on your channel.
I know.
All right.